guys ready?
I took my mic off mute.
And we're back! Episode 75, fresh off our ban from YouTube and our Twitter suspension. We are live and direct. I am your host, as always, Matt Musselwhite. I am joined by my cohorts Jordan Modro, that guy, and Bryan Kern. And tonight we are joined by special musical guest, Hunter Young of Moodring. What's going on, Hunter?
Chilling. How are you?
Chilling. Fucking wonderful, dude.
We're looking good tonight, boys, if I may say so myself. I think this should be maybe considered the NWO of the podcast world. I think we're the ones that are going to bring this together and really cause the revolution over here, okay? Just, I had to say that. We look good. I'm ready for the show. That's all I have
The
to
revolution.
say. Cheers to y'all, too. I feel like...
Cheers.
Oh, I have a cup as well. This is the part of the podcast where I go around and ask everyone how you're doing, but I kind of don't give a shit. So does anyone have any new music or new tours that were announced that we're stoked on? Anything new this week that's any good?
A lot of chaos.
No.
A lot of chaos and sadness at the Blue Ridge Rock Festival. I don't know if you ever had this on the docket or what order you wanted to bring it up in, but I think that's the pressing one because we're one day in and it's complete madness. People are complaining. Thousands of attendees have taken to Twitter and to other forms of social media to call it out, to where the actual event organizers are now putting up a feedback website where they want everyone to go and deliver their feedback because it has apparently hit the fan over there.
Yeah, they're calling it the next Fire Fest.
I mean, Firefest is calling and wants its money back because it's literally following in its footsteps, unfortunately. But I mean, what do you expect, man? Every fucking band is on this bill. Have you guys seen this fucking lineup? I mean, everybody.
Here's the lineup.
Everyone. Literally
Breaking
everyone.
Benjamin, A Day to Remember goes inside, Hailstorm, and Skillet. Every time I see Skillet, I just get hungry for like one of those breakfast skillets. Black Label Society, POD, Rob Zombie, Limp Bizkit, Rise Against I Prevail, Chevelle, everyone's favorite death metal band, Five Finger Death Punch, haha, get it, Megadeth, dude, Falling Reverse, Bush, Papa Roach, everyone is on this lineup, dude. It's massive. The problems that I've been reading and hearing, a lot of this stuff's being voiced by people on Twitter that are there. Like you said, it's being hailed as the new Firefest. There's long lines of traffic just to get into the festival. Most people are complaining that they're missing their favorite band's set and they're having to jam out in their car. I read a tweet. It was kind of depressing. Being stuck in this line for 3 hours, one person's missing Spirit Box, so he's listening to Spirit Box in the car, having his own personal concert. You got to imagine these sets are like 20, 25, 30 minutes long for a band like Spirit Box. You're missing their entire set sitting in traffic. It's pretty bad. People are complaining about the long lines. They're saying that like emergency vehicles can't even get in. They're saying when they finally do get close that they're told the campground is full and the parking lots are full. So they're having to park miles, over 3 miles away from the venue, from the festival grounds.
Shit.
There's no signage or people directing you. This is the first year Blue Ridge Rock Fest has ever happened. So a lot of people are using the phrase, the word thrown together, that this festival was thrown together. I have no idea how long they planned this and what is actually being done on the ground. Basically, when the show is over, everyone is thrown out of the festival grounds at midnight. They have to walk miles back to their car in the dark in rural Virginia. Rumor has it that this is a COVID super spreader. That's unconfirmed as of yet. Apparently, there was also an issue of VIP packages that if you're a normal general admission attendee to this concert, that you're standing like hundreds of feet away from the stage and only VIPs are allowed near it. I mean, I'm used to like a Warped Tour crowd where it's like everyone is close to that stage and you just get as close as you can. There's no extra tickets being assigned for you to get closer. You know, it's either you have a photo pass, you're in that little pit, or you're in the crowd. So hearing that is really stupid. That's kind of disheartening. It sounds like it's crowded as shit, so it's probably going to be a decent moneymaker. But if it's this unorganized and fucked up, it may not ever happen again.
They
what
they
else we
said
got?
they said they were expected to push like close to the, I want to say, 30,000 attendee limit. There's already been over 5,000 people that have reached out via their Facebook to complain about it, and they've even got some major news stations on the festival grounds. Their ABC affiliate WDBJ is actually there interviewing people because of how crazy that the whole events turned out to be, and they were dubbing this like one of the biggest rock festivals of the decade. I mean, and look at the lineup again if we can throw it back up there, but it literally has everybody. And you know, to promise this kind of lineup, you have to expect to be like a fucking chaotic, like it's in of itself is going to be chaos just because of the lineup and the show itself. But to then add in it's the very first year and you're literally labeling it the biggest festival of the decade in terms of rock goes, I mean, you're bound to run into some hiccups, but it seems like this is just a disaster, unfortunately.
It takes months to plan a festival. I'm thinking like 6 months may not even be enough in some cases.
No.
So I'm not gonna like go off on festival organizers saying like y'all fucked up, y'all failed at your job, or you suck, or anything like that. This is difficult to do. It's hard enough to throw a fucking house show. You add in a professional venue and real sound stage and equipment, it's difficult. You add in the fact that you're doing a festival in a place that doesn't normally host music, and it's the first time ever. I expected there to be some mistakes and stuff, but when you don't have any signage for your parking, that seems correctable. That seems like something you should have foreseen. That's kind of pathetic. The show looks great, but I'm not seeing a lot of positive tweets, unless it's from a band, you know, saying, "Hey, we performed and it was great." Everyone at the show is complaining that they're either not close enough to the stage, that they're stuck in the line just to get in. It doesn't seem like it's fun. Some other funny news that came out of here, and I'm only saying this is funny because ignorance sometimes leads to your own demise. Chelsea Grin dropped off this festival due to one of their members coming into close contact with someone with COVID. Isn't that interesting when their vocalist is a very vocal anti-vaxxer?
It's ironic.
Those two don't go together. So he came. Tom Barber, the vocalist of Chelsea Grin, had come out and said he's not playing anywhere that requires him to be vaccinated to perform. He's gone back and deleted some social media since then, so maybe he regrets it. Just interesting. Good evening, Matt, Brian, Jordan, Hunter. Love the new EP. What is up, Jordan Tupper? Holding it down in Saskatchewan.
No. Saskatchewan.
So, what do you guys think of Blue Ridge Rock Fest so far? It's
mean,
not even over yet.
It sounds like it's one bad incident away from a total riot. Like
Hunter,
everyone's
please.
just gonna lose their fucking shit.
Yeah, are you bummed
Seriously.
Moodring isn't performing?
Not only are you bummed Moodring isn't performing, but from an artist perspective, what is your take on this, and how frustrated can you imagine the fellow artists are?
I mean, yeah, it's shitty because you have to deal with all that backlash from it. But the worst part of it is like how the promoters are handling it. Like how their responses on social media are dog shit. Like
Their response is pretty much to ignore it and hope it goes away, and they just keep on trucking and tweeting about normal shit.
they should be on their knees begging for forgiveness, and they're being kind of assholes about it. So I don't know. It's definitely shitty.
A little bit of transparency goes a long way. Like, especially when you're dealing with, we're not dealing with like children, but we are dealing with a younger crowd. I think you get a lot of kudos from that crowd with a little bit of honesty. If you just come out and say, we tried and we fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people would look at that and be like, hey, I'll come back next year because they know they fucked up. They're going to try hard. But
this could also be
bad responses.
delusion. This could also be delusion on the promoter's part because they could be thinking, oh, people are just complaining to complain. But I've seen several notable journalists in the music scene for some magazines really call out to them and say, hey, you have dysfunction here. It's not appropriately put together and it's not getting any better. It's not like you have a hand in it or a hold on it and it's going to get better and it's just a matter of maybe it catching up to itself. It's like, no, there's absolutely no rhyme or reason as why these things are going wrong, and there doesn't seem to be any corrective action. So you're basically setting your attendees up and your fans up for 3 days of bullshit before they even really get to enjoy anything because they're already in the midst of it. Kind of sucks.
Did you see the meme happening right now?
Oh yeah.
The promoter's Facebook, his header.
Oh no.
Hung in front of a sign that says no parking.
Oh God.
It's
The internet is always undefeated.
Undefeated, bro. Always, every time.
Always.
So I was like, fuck yeah, it is. So
What sucks about this is we've lost so many annual festivals. Dare I say, in the rock world, we've lost them all. All of them. I mean, our only hope now is that Knotfest continues to grow, becomes bigger, a bigger tour, and continues to be annual. We've lost Warp Tour. We've lost. Does Summer Slaughter exist? I don't have a confirmation on that. We lost Thrash and Burn, Scream It Like You Mean It. All the annual tours are done. Blue Ridge Rock Fest had me excited because they had such a solid lineup of bands that I grew up on, like Bush, bands that I'm looking at as the next big thing, like Spirit Box, bands that are currently huge, like Limp Bizkit, POD, all that stuff. This had the promise and the potential to be a really cool annual festival. I believe, what is it, Danville, Virginia or something? It's in a part of Virginia that doesn't get a lot of festivals.
but yo, surprised that the festival by the promoter no one in the entire world's ever heard of, in the middle of nowhere, with every single fucking band in the world on it, is like failing. Like, dude, no shit. Like,
No.
How many marks can we hit?
You're hitting all the nails on the
bingos-
head here.
How
You're
many
crushing
bingo
it.
squares can we fucking hit here? Do we have Firefest bingo yet? I mean, you basically, all you were missing is Jaw Rule on the side promoting this motherfucker.
And the crappy meals.
I mean,
Plot twist. It is Ja Rule.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen anyone say or show a picture of any food or vendors at this festival. So I'm going to just assume there was no food or beverage at all. At this
Probably the
festival.
fucking cell phone service. They're in the middle. What are they in the middle of a field or something? Like,
You know
That's
what?
another thing. I hate festivals in rural areas. Like, I get it. It's loud. You need to be in a big open space. But I just went to a festival in Spencer, Massachusetts called Turptown Throwdown. And it ended up being a COVID super spreader. And again, it's in the middle of it's a forest in the middle of a suburb. And Uber Eats won't bring you shit there. These festivals need to stick to metropolitan cities. Make every festival in LA.
We're beating this horse. We're slaughtering this horse pretty bad, and I don't want to continue to
I'm
pound it
turning
into the
this
ground.
bitch into glue.
Yeah, maybe we need to, but I would love to hear the response of the people that are actually looking. I wonder if they even explain this, but for VIP to be what is up close to the stage, and for everybody else that's general admission to be put in the back, that would be my first major red flag for an event. Why are you charging?
To start googling the shit, because that's absurd. If you want VIP packages, is like backstage meet and greets. Maybe you
as a
give
promoter,
me some crappy printed T-shirt.
Are you just sitting there? Maybe you sat and signed every fucking band on the fucking planet and promised them a shit ton of money, and then realized, oh, I actually have to pay these bands all that money.
We could have really done
And
without
then-
Skillet. I'm just saying.
And then you all of a sudden, oh, you know what we'll do? We'll charge VIP for the fucking stage access. That's what we'll do. We'll give people the people that want to be close to the stage, they'll pay some extra for sure.
all I gotta say about this is these stories about this festival are going to continue to get better as time goes on.
Well, this will be
all of the
series.
aftermath and blowback, and like we're gonna hear, bands are gonna be like, yeah,
Actually-
we didn't get paid. Just
actually,
the whole
you're hearing
9
this first.
fucking yards. Like,
We're starting it right now, Jordan. This is the 5-part saga of what was the Blue Ridge Rock Festival, because this isn't going to be over. We're going to have this shit for weeks. So yeah, this is part 1 of part 5. You called it, sir. Yeah, this is a segment now. This is a segment we're doing here now. You're welcome.
also, I pose a question to you guys, because we were talking about losing all of our rock festivals and all this stuff, and given with the new resurgence of rock, what y'all's over under on the return of the Warped Tour? I'm going 2 years. I personally don't want it, but I just see it's where we're going with music right now. Like with
It's
everything's
for
getting popular.
sure coming back in
2
some
years.
form.
I think it's
2
going to
years.
be. I think it's going to be the weekend festival. I think we'll probably see an East Coast, West Coast, maybe a Texas show, and then maybe somewhere else in like another region.
Think
that's popular,
about the
but we're
UK
not going to
Warped
get a
Tour.
tour. We're not going to get a tour. We're going to
Think
get like
about
a
UK
weekend
Warped
corner.
Tour was like 2 days or 3 days worth.
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
see it being something like that. Like,
It'll be a
you know,
fest. It'll be the new punk fest for 3 days. You might get it maybe twice a year.
what was the candy festival that did an East and West Bamboozle?
Bamboozle? Yeah.
Bamboozle.
Bamboozle
Yeah,
left
Bamboozle
was
did
their
that.
fucking second
They're
edition.
coming
and they-
back.
Yeah, well, they were supposed to this year, and then they pushed it back to 2022.
Yeah.
But
I mean, 2 years max. I see that bitch coming back like next year.
yeah.
Mhm.
that Warped Tour shit won't like exist here, like especially like the Southeast. Like, I don't think because of all the Danny Wimmerfest, like we have Rebel Rock, Rockville, Southern Rebellion, you know, all that.
Ultra.
And so, I don't know if you know this, being in the industry and how those festivals are ran at all. But so, like for example, Golden Voice in Southern California, right? When they do Coachella and Stagecoach, they actually have these agreements where the other artists can't play at other venues within a certain mileage for like 4 to 6 months. Is that how that's working down there? Because that would prevent a Warped Tour or another national tour to come through and hit like a big fairgrounds.
Not 6 months, but that's called, like in the industry terms, it's called radius clause.
Mhm.
Okay.
Prevents you from playing a show. Generally, it's 100 miles. Yeah, there is usually a time constraint on it, but 6 months is a lot. But for
it is.
like Coachella, like I get that, you know.
Yeah.
The radius clause for Warped Tour in 2015 was the reason that the All Stars tour I was on was so poorly routed, because we could never go to the logical next city or destination. We had to travel 7 to 12 hours further just to avoid all, because we're basically battling Warped Tour. All Stars is all the bands that didn't get a Warped invite and they try to go and make it. Half the bands that were on that tour are broken up, by the way. So shouts to the All Stars tour. Definitely not the All Stars. They kept talking about bringing it back. It's like, dude, just call it the Washed Up tour.
It's coming back.
It's not coming back.
Everything is.
Let's
I'll
talk
bring it
about
back.
something that Jordan loves doing. Drugs. The band Drugs actually has no original members. I see people are like going crazy trying to get a lineup confirmation. I can tell you that Nick Martin and Matt Good are not in it, and they're tweeting out as if they don't want anything to do with the project or mocking it. So I thought that was interesting. Anyone excited for Drugs coming back?
No.
Drugs never left, baby. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Drugs never went nowhere. What do you mean? Drugs? What? What drugs?
Hunter, are you a big fan of Drugs?
Like doing them.
Destroy and rebuild until God shows.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, let me ask you this:
The first album was
That's
cool.
the
Like
extra loading.
there was some cool stuff on it, but
Are you a Craig Owens Chiodos fan by chance, Hunter?
When I was younger, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was like a super band. Craig Owens was the front man. You had Nick Martin from Undermined, and now of Sleeping with Sirens.
You ever listen
Yeah.
to Chiodos and think, wow, what would they sound like if they made pop music?
No, I could imagine it pretty easily. No, I saw them live one time. They were cool. It's just kind of out of like my scope of things, you know.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh yeah, you're right on the cusp. You're right there. You're with us. You're
I'm not saying I'm too old for it. I'm just
right.
saying, like I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of stuff like that. So
Yeah.
You're not too old for it. You're just too cool for it.
facts, man.
We all are. We all are now. You know.
No,
We're not hardcore
everybody
dancing in the
moves on,
living room
so.
anymore. You know.
oh, my
Oh,
God.
I love telling 16-year-old hardcore kids what that song title actually means. The last bit of news on my docket, I think this is for you, Brian. You wanted to talk about a study on the Jackass crew.
Yes. Are you ready for this? Let's play. Have a guess. Matt, you already know the answer, so you can't play. But Jordan and Hunter, between you two, how much money do you think the Jackass crew has spent on hospital bills? Let's take a guess.
Like a
20
lot.
million.
What do you say, Hunter?
2.
2 million? 24 million. Over 24 million. So way to go, Jordan. Yeah, over 24 million dollars has been racked up by Jackass and hospital bills.
Those dudes have done so much crazy
And we
shit. I'm
got
like, dude,
number
Johnny
4.
Knoxville literally broke his dick on a dirt bike.
We
Like,
got number 4 coming out.
like,
They're all old
dude.
men. They're playing it up, and I love it because you know what? If I get I'm a little bit more squeamish now than I was when I was 18, 19. I mean, and you got to remember, I was in high school, and I had a girl tell me that she flicked her bean to Johnny Knoxville, and I was like, what the fuck? So I was
Just
Melissa.
tell somebody that randomly.
It was
Shout
like a
her
weird.
out. Shout her out.
Melissa Diapetro is how you said her last name. Shout out Buck was her nickname. Shout
Put her
out
on
Buck.
blast on the pod.
She was pretty cute. What's up? But yeah, she
Tell Jamie
basically
to look that up.
You can have a
told us
fucking
when
class with her.
we were like 13 years old that she flicked her bean to Johnny Knoxville, and I was like, really, to Johnny Knoxville? But that just goes to show that when we're 13
13?
years old, yeah, 2000.
Okay, no child porn on the show,
Get the
Brian. You know
fuck
the
outta
rules. You know the goddamn rules, son of a bitch. All right, Mark Martinez says, found y'all earlier this year. New shit sounds great. Congrats on the signing.
Thank you, Mark.
Hey,
He's got to be talking about you and not us.
No, we got
Yeah,
signed to
I'm not
Unified.
talking
You didn't know? We got
Right.
signed.
Any other news before we get to the interview portion?
I was going to ask what your guys' favorite Jackass moment was, if you had one, just because they're, through and through.
Dick in the sock that looks like a mouse, Chris Pontius with the snake all day, man.
Oh,
Oh,
man, that was in the movie, right?
Yeah, it was. Damn, that is a good one.
I've got
That
You know-
is a good.
so yeah.
It's not very crazy, but it is really quick and funny when they have the what's that boat that goes through the swamp with the big ass fan on the back?
Yeah.
And he deploys the parachute and just flies back.
The reason I asked this question is because obviously this has been around since like we were in middle school, right? It's been around for a long time. And even seeing these guys some of them are pushing 50 now, right? Real old. You seeing them take punches to the dick is still kind of fun. Like I'm going to watch the fourth one. I'm going to watch it and be like, man, this has been something that I've enjoyed watching for years and years and years. And now, I mean, I think that it's brilliant that they're fucking still doing it. They're still taking cock punches. I heard that fucking Francis Ngannou punches one of them in the dick. Heavyweight champion of the UFC straight up nails one of them in the dick in this fucking movie. So you can only imagine what crazy shit they're doing. It was Steve-O? Oh my God, son. Steve-O was actually supposed to be at Blue Ridge Rock Fest. So comes full circle, baby.
cheers to that.
He's actually there. He's just stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Dude, they said they did a sports science on Francis Ngannou, and they said getting punched by him is like getting hit by a car going like full speed. They said it's like that kind of force. I'm like,
That's so
What?
fucked.
yeah. I was like, no wonder Stipe crumpled like that when he hit him. Like, God,
Hit by me is like getting hit by a car.
I thought Stipe tore his knee going down.
Did you?
He just went like it was.
Yeah. Yep.
But my favorite Jackass moment, and this is a weird one because I don't know, I'm just like this. In the first one, when Brandon DiCamillo is going into the convenience store with the joust and the full suit of armor, and he takes Bam out when he's really hurt on crutches, and that old dude pops up in the camera, and he's just like, "What's going on here?" Like they said, he genuinely was like not part of the skit, and he was like trying to fight them. Shit, that was so funny. I love when somebody unsuspecting gets involved, and they're like, "That's gold. Keep it, keep it."
I have a twofer. The first one is when Chris Pontius walked around as the devil in Los Angeles, and that dude socked him up.
That's classic.
That one dude grabbed the sign and socked him up because he was in the devil outfit, and the sign said "Keep God out of California." And that one dude stopped him, gave him a 2-piece and a soda. And then speaking of combat, one of my other favorite ones is when Butterbean fucked Johnny Knoxville up in that
Oh,
retail
that was
store.
hard. That was hard to watch.
Walks him into like the clothes rack, and like Johnny is concussed, knocked like loopy, and he's getting stitches in the hospital and is still like fucking out of it, dude.
The funniest part of that whole thing is he gets up and he just goes, "Is Butterbean okay?"
What?
Oh shit! Is Butterbean okay? Like he's just like, what the fuck? Like did you think you hurt him? Like what the hell? No. But it's also nice to see that he's like, even when he's fucked up like that, he's still genuinely concerned. Like, he's okay.
Oh, he's a comic. He don't give a fuck.
By the way, he's just fine. You did nothing. He gave you one shot, and you took it. All right. Oh man,
the knockout
fucking
king.
Wild. Even dude, Johnny Knoxville was wild though. Dude, he would fucking take those he's like those fucking like the mine, like he stood in front of the riot mine and like took the projectile of the dude, he's nuts, man.
I'd much rather watch Jackass than any fucking minute of ridiculousness. Okay, the amount that ridiculousness, and this is coming from a dude who's got a Rob Dyrdek hat and a Rob Dyrdek pair of shoes somewhere. Like, it's not okay to run ridiculousness that much. Like, the only show that should ever be ran in that kind of block is Sports Center. End of story.
For sure.
Like, it's not okay.
I feel like you could do Tosh. I feel like Ridiculousness cut Tosh, fucking ripped off a Tosh, and I feel like you could do a Tosh block. Although you got to get over the puke.
Tosh is already a ripoff of Talk Soup.
Talk Soup wasn't that good, bro. Let's get with it.
Oh
Come on.
my god, dude. Joel McHale is fucking king. Anyways.
Yeah, that's why he went on to do Community.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. All right, so we're joined by Hunter Young from Moodring. I am stoked because Moodring dropped this EP, Show Me the Real You. It stood out to us, and we had to get you on here. You guys just linked up and signed with Unified. They seem to be the hot shit right now. How did you link up and get on that label?
They said, sign to our label, we'll give you $1 million. And I said, okay.
Dude, fuck yeah. See, I knew bands are still getting paid.
Not true.
Oh, damn.
No, I wish.
We all wish.
Yeah, man. You know what I do for $1 million?
Ungodly things.
Can't talk about it on here. That's for sure. So
You'd be surprised.
You can, as long as you don't show their house. It'll be fine.
You'd be surprised.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. That sounds bad.
Bro, they be on here wilding.
Everyone's got enemies.
Jordan, this is a team. Okay?
Fuck that. I can't. Never mind.
Well, we are the kings of sidetracking. Please continue.
Nah, we put it out on our own, and it did pretty well. And we talked to a few labels, but Unified was the only one that kind of had a common vision. And like, we're down for us to really do what we want. Like, the thing I like the most about Unified is they say this themselves, so I'm taking their words and repurposing it. But they are like super mindful of their bandwidth, like what they can take on, like band wise. So like things get the special attention it needs, and we're definitely a band right now with what we're doing that needs a lot of special attention. So that was really appealing, and yeah, if we had any requests or anything, they were just down for it. So it made the most sense, honestly.
That's really cool to hear, and it's an interesting take because I hear a lot of young bands, they're really clueless about the industry. They want to get signed so bad because they think that's the end game, that the work is over at that point, and no one really thinks about the actual decision of where to sign. You're trusting this label, this company, with your band, with your baby, with your brainchild, your art, your passion. Take us through that decision. Like, I'm sure like labels are offering you things and you think that works. I'm sure there's things they're offering. You're like, okay, hell no to these people. It seems like a stressful, tough decision to make.
It definitely is. We were in the process of it for months. It wasn't like oh, cool, what's up? All right, send it over. A lot of back and forth stuff like that. Also, we have a really big advantage on our team, and I hate to like use this like lightly, but most of my band is like an industry person to some extent.
That
That
makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense too. Yeah.
Like, we're not like an industry plant or anything like that, but like we didn't get signed because of our old bands. It had nothing to do with that. Like I've been signed to other like, larger indie labels before. I've toured 6 months out of the year. So has pretty much everyone in my band. So, yeah, so it helps a lot. Yeah. So when that kind of stuff's in front of us, like, when it's bullshit, when it's not, it gets a lot easier to read through, so.
You said that you were a band that requires some special attention, and you guys recognize that. Could you elaborate a little on what that is?
Dude, like, we walked this like really weird line of, well, is this a butt rock band? Is this a shoegaze band? Like, is this artsy, or is it, tailor-made for the radio? Is it, what is this? So having the actual attention of what we need, it's not just, we're not a band that just like, sticks to a formula by any means. Our product is always going to vary, and it has layers to it. It's got to be, like well thought out, where a lot of kind of shit is like, there's this term. It's like, you fucking throw spaghetti against the fridge and see if it sticks. Like, we're not that band. And we're very open and honest about that with like anyone we work with. Like, we're down to talk to anyone, we're down to like see what will work, but at the same time, we just go with the gut and go with like what the knowledge we've accumulated over the years, So.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense, man. You guys, your sound is very well formulated, right? It sounds like you guys have been doing this for years, and to have like a 7-song EP and like have it be smashing right now, it's like, well, okay, all right, definitely have to take notice for sure.
Super cool. We actually just got out of the studio again.
Fuck nice. Yes. All right, let's get it. Let's get
good, because I'm impatient as shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, and I won't speak on that because we recorded a lot of fucking music, but I don't know how it's like packaged, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, myself, our producer, the other members of the band, we wrote like 30 fucking songs. So
Jesus.
Fuck.
So you just did like 2 albums and an E EP.
yeah, no, we did not record all 30 songs. I'll tell you that. But like most of them, honestly. We got in this like weird thing where just day off, I'd be like, "Yo, let's pick up the guitar and see what comes out today." And then it was just better than anything else. Be like, "All right, scrap that shit. Next one," you know. So we're all like freaks when it comes to writing, honestly.
Yeah, I was actually that I'm gonna. Oh my bad, we suck.
No, you're good. It's hard to figure that out. I was gonna say because like I produced a little bit with like my old band too. And I was gonna say you said everybody in the band is like a producer and stuff. What's that dynamic like? Everybody like in the room, like everybody in the band when you're writing, like anybody is capable of just jumping on the boards and doing stuff. Like, is that like is that teamwork like smooth?
It's tight. Yeah, we don't usually run into a too many cooks in the kitchen type scenario. Like generally, if someone's steering the ship, it's that person steering the ship.
Yeah.
They know a lot that I have a lot of the vision, and so does our producer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say for instance, like our bassist Kalen, he'll be chilling in the studio, and even if he doesn't have an idea, he'll be like, "That's dope." And I'm like, "Sick," or he'll be like, "That sucks," and we're like, "All right, scrap," you know. So that even that is helpful. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I would imagine it just being dope that everybody in the room is like can be in and be like in on that fucking like on a song or whatever and make it dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be sick.
Everyone definitely has their strengths too. You know, like our guitarist is like the soundscapey dude. That's like really what he's good at. And Kalen, our bassist, is kind of the same way. Where I'm riff guy. You know, so
riff god. Hell yeah.
My background is fucking metal. You know what I'm saying? Like I like death. So.
Damn, I never would have guessed, bro.
I love death metal, bro. I listen to Five Finger Death Punch all the time.
I'm out of here. Peace.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the only valid response.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a glass jaw up there?
Yeah.
Is that a GJ? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
They're fucking dope.
I'm seeing them in January.
That's dope.
Are you?
Yeah, dude.
I want to see them.
Just for bragging about seeing Glassjaw, you get booted. So we ask all unified bands this when they come on. Do you guys get mistaken for being Australian?
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Happened a little bit. Yeah, I don't think people realize that they're an international record label. Like they're not.
They have like I believe American offices now, right?
And European. So here's the thing: I've never spoken to anyone in Australia. Like,
you never spoke to Dave Unified over in Aussie?
Yeah.
He's from Sydney. All right.
Yeah, Sydney, whatever. I know it's
Sydney
not
proper.
Not like
Sydney.
I mean, some of the people who work there, you know, they do stuff and will shoot, you know, shit back and forth on the internet. But the people that we personally deal with are in LA and in England. So
nice.
That's it. You know, I'm pretty sure, you know, they've been signing more and more American bands, and we were, you know, kind of on the wave of that.
Yeah, honestly, we've interviewed a bunch of Unified and Sharp Tone bands, and man, the rosters for those two labels is sick as fuck, dude.
You guys just picked up Invent Animate.
Unified did. Yeah, what I like about Unified, and maybe you share this with us too, about like 10, 12 years ago, Rise Records had this vibe of being like that cool core label. They definitely signed too many bands at one point. So like what you were saying about Unified knows their bandwidth, that's cool to hear because I know artists getting signed to a label and then seeing a band sign the next week, it's discouraging to them. A lot of people get frustrated and pissed off by that.
Even if so, we are not a metalcore band. So, you know, it doesn't stress us out at all. You know what I'm saying? Like we are very much like that band for that label. So that's cool. And that was a big concern with us for any label, you know? I don't know. We don't gent. So
yeah, I got you. Do you at all feel that you're part of a movement or at least part of like a wave of bands on Unified? Like it's kind of becoming a destination spot for young bands that like they're coming out the gates. Oh, I want to go to Unified. They're the shit.
That wasn't necessarily thought in our head. And when we were approached by it, I was like, damn, really? And then the more we talked, I was like, oh yeah, they actually do have my best interest in mind. That's tight. You know, it wasn't a difficult thing. So it wasn't like pulling teeth. I've been on some shitty contracts before, and you know, I was a lot dumber then too. So
There's always young, eager people in bands to get screwed over by labels.
it's not even like I wouldn't even say it's like a predatory thing. It's just
We've definitely heard predatory stories, and we're on the outside looking in. So like
our examples are like of bands just coming out, right? Though you look at
Victory
Victory, yeah, Victory and Trustkill are two that stand out that are kind of had those tough ties.
Basement, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't realize that literally was dude running that super sick fucking record label back in the day.
Yeah,
Basement, dude. Like Trustkill metalcore is my shit. So
it's the best. Yeah, the best. Memphis Mayfire back in the day. Oh yeah. Oh, they top tier.
I'm talking like It Dies Today, 18 Visions type deal. So
18 Visions. Shouts to 18 Visions. They fucked my ex-girlfriend. Shouts to them. Yeah, you guys are definitely part of a sick wave of bands getting signed to Unified. It's just
they're super fucking cool. They're easy to talk to for sure. So I mean, they're good people. They've been doing like a lot of how do I word this? They don't only just do that label and management. They have like a run club where they like they literally like encourage like every band is supposed to have like or if you're invited to do it, your band has like an ambassador for the fucking run club, and you're like out socially getting your fucking run on, and hopefully, you know, some kid who's unhealthy sees, you know, so and so from some band running his ass.
Hell yeah,
like,
that's legit.
They do a lot of like mental health shit too, which is tight. So I don't know, it's cool.
That's major in companies right now, man. That
the community outreach stuff.
The whole social stands for mental health awareness and just having like that burnout, that fix for burnout and stress. And because I think, you know, especially in the music industry, I think a lot of people think that the music industry is all glam and wham, right? Like you're on stage in front of the lights and that it's easy, but hey man, you're pounding the road. And if you're a band that doesn't have a ridiculous pocketbook to you know, line you up and send you out on the road for however long it is, it's
so much easier with rich parents. Oh,
it's a struggle a lot of the time, you know, and it's good.
It's brutal for sure.
And hey, let's not you know, ignore the fact that a lot of the fans are you know, are susceptible to being emotional and you know, having some deep cuts, if you will. And so that's good. That's good that they actually are mindful of that.
Yeah, it's super cool. Even like their like Facebook groups that are, you know, sanctioned by Unified, they're very active and on top of. They have like actual admins who work at the company and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, those groups on Facebook are definitely like really Australian based. I remember posting our stuff there and no one gave a shit because we weren't. So it was funny though, you know.
What I've learned, if you tell an Aussie you like Parkway Drive, you're like good for life.
True. I mean, first two records are tight.
Yeah, you know what?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Deep Blue can suck it. Deep Blue can suck it.
No, Deep Blue is great. That's where it all ended. Atlas can suck it.
Ire, whatever that one was.
Ire can suck it even harder.
Ire can suck it real hard.
I got a tight story about this actually. I was on my first tour ever. I had dropped out of school. I was like 16, and we had an off day and we were chilling in some dude's condo, and he put on that first Parkway Drive DVD, and I saw like how they were just so fucking hungry for it and sleeping outside and like sleeping in shipyards and in grass, and just flew to Europe with no tour booked and were just playing fucking anything the first time that I went there. And I went, yeah, I'm gonna do this shit. You know,
that was the moment you knew you wanted to be an Aussie band.
Yeah, I moved to Australia. Like,
okay. No man, sorry about that. That's actually
what
fucking.
What the hell was that?
I hit the table. Boot me. Just boot me. I fucking hit the table. I'm fucking out of here.
So Show Me the Real You is available everywhere. It's all one word. Super cool. You kind of alluded to it earlier. You said this was something you guys had recorded previously, so it's kind of like a reissue.
Yeah, we put it out in March, I think. Something like that. Something. And we've been working on it for a really long time. Originally just me, and then slowly like pulling in friends and stuff. And yeah, it's definitely tight. I like it.
I thought it was recorded like earlier than that. I thought it was something you maybe did a year or two ago and then just released for the label.
No, so we originally put it out in March, but I've been working on some of the songs for about a year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, okay. So it's still the same year. So yeah.
Yeah, not that it took me 2 years to write those songs. I wrote a lot of other ones too, and just said these suck and threw them away. So.
You said you had 30 songs down. You didn't record them all. What could you tell us about the new record, even if it's vague? Because someone like me who just went through Show Me the Real You, it's only like 20 minutes of music. I'm super impatient for the rest of it. Like, you got a bunch of people wanting more and more.
It's I don't know. I'll tell you this. I don't think there will be a single person in the entire world, and someone's gonna fucking take a video of this and quote me on it later, that will think that the new music is worse than the EP. There's literally no fucking way.
Boom.
It's just fucking big. Like, it's just like a wall of shit. Yeah, I don't even know, man. Like, I don't know how to articulate it. I'm so fucking stoked about it. I didn't. We were working our producer was mixing earlier, and I was working remotely with him, and I was listening to it. And I was like, I can't believe I'm so fucking lucky. Like, I get to be in this band. Like, that's so fucking cool.
Awesome.
That's a good outlook to have.
And it's cool. It's cool to be in the middle of that process and be able to sit back and be appreciate the work.
Yeah, appreciate it in the moment.
Fucking believe we made this. Like, this is crazy.
It was a grueling fucking record to make too. Like, I lost my mind so many times. Like, in this room,
Yeah.
I remember I have a vocal booth right there, it's built into my fucking house and shit. And I remember I was just bombing it and I was losing it, and everyone's like, yo, you're fine. But I had been singing for, I don't know, a month straight, and I just fucking headbutted the wall, and I was breaking. And then
Jesus.
I walked away, and I came back and was like, yo, I sound like I'm losing my mind. This is awesome. So it definitely has a lot of artistic moments. We pretty much did everything we did on the EP, but way more. The heavier songs are way heavier. The pretty parts are way fucking prettier. The rock songs are way catchier. And then we did a lot of weird shit too. I mean, weird is a bad word, but we just I don't know. We literally named the band Moodring for a reason, so I could just do whatever the fuck we want. And if someone had an issue with it, be like, well, look at the fucking name, Super easy. Nice scapegoat right there in the disclaimer. And so we just did that. So it's man, if you don't like that song, I literally dare you to listen to the next one, because it doesn't sound like the same fucking band. So,
I mean, you're hitting all the marks that I would say about the EP, and I think that's where a lot of our questions are going to come from, is the influence behind this and where you draw your inspiration. Because, I mean, parts of me feel like I'm in the fucking late 90s, parts of me feel like I'm listening to early fucking 2000s post-hardcore.
I'm real obsessed with the style. Yeah, the style of the band. I mean, I would love to just ask a band well, where'd you get this style? How'd you come up with it? But no one ever really has a direct answer. But your band style sold me. And after talking to Brian, it apparently did the same thing. It's got the right amount of heavy, kind of a lazy headbang. You said shoegaze, which I've never been able to really define. But, dude, where the fuck does this style come from?
I listen, so myself personally, my average listening is, I mean, I listen to a lot of rap, but when it comes to music with loud guitars, guitar music, it's either shoegaze. And to give you some more background on that, if a little refresher course,
please.
Your 90s shoegaze bands are gonna be My Bloody Valentine, and then Slow Dive, a little bit, after that. Smashing Pumpkins is even considered a little bit of a shoegaze band.
What?
Yeah, kind of innovative on that style. And then now, probably the biggest shoegaze band in the entire world right now would be the band Nothing. So if you know about that band, if you don't, go check that shit out, because it's fucking cash money.
How would you define the genre shoegaze? Because staring at your shoes doesn't define the music.
That's a bad fucking thing.
A bad joke, because that's what it was.
No,
my whole life is a joke, Brian.
It's fucking dreamy, it's dreamy, but in a more rocky way than something post rock, something like Explosions in the Sky would be. It's it's kind of dreary. It's drenched in reverb, but it's still soft guitars, but loud ass fucking drums still. Vocals just smooth and just killed in reverb. So it's hard to paint a picture. But I think if you reference some of the stuff I said, you'd be like, oh, okay, I get it.
No,
If
yeah,
really-
definitely. It's hard to describe like a sound. When me and Brian were talking, we were classifying it with these genres like post-hardcore, post-rock, alternative rock. I've seen it listed as shoegaze, so I was going to ask, but I can't.
And like it's post rock and shoegaze kind of live in the same area, you know.
Okay, we're
yeah,
in the same apartment complex.
Yeah, but they don't talk to each other, you know.
Okay,
you know, so I mean, this is just sounds that I've heard, right, from the album itself, and I'm sure that you can attest to this since you fucking wrote it. But I mean, I'm hearing some Deftones. I'm hearing in a weird spot some Jimmy Eat World. I'm hearing like some weird Armor for Sleep kind of tinge to it. I'm hearing Bush, dude. I mean, I'm getting, you know, you're almost giving me like a Stained type of when it comes to the rock parts. Like I'm fucking slow headbanging. I want to put my lighter up. You know, I want to fucking.
it sounds very alternative until a heavy part, and then I'm like, I love it. And I don't know where I'm at now. I have
You're
the
not
hardest time classifying it, and I think that might be why I love it so much.
And you have
I'm
core fans.
I'm glad you said Deftones too, because that title, the opening track, definitely gave me
Yes.
like some
Definitely
Deftones
Deftones vibe and
My
energy.
body marks, the marks of my body are dripping wet. Like that's your lyrics too, man. I mean, I don't know if you're the only one writing
It's
lyrics.
horny.
But
It's horny
fucking
music.
Bravo, bro. Like you're saying some shit that is like 90s Deftones, bro. Bring it to me. I'm like, again, I feel like I'm 13. I feel like I'm in middle school and I'm buying a CD and I'm putting it in and I'm listening to it for the first time as an experience because I fucking went and I spent my money on it and I'm like, yes, every track I'm hanging on to, and I haven't listened to
nothing. All right, I'm on it.
I haven't listened to anything that's, I'll say, moved me in a way, right? And I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass, but I'm using that way because it made me feel something, right? You know, and I'm still digesting it as a piece and what it's gonna be, but it really took me to some places in my music past that I haven't been to in a long time, man, and I appreciate it. It's fucking great music.
Fuck yeah, I'm glad to hear that. There you go. Okay, goals. Yeah. I mean, obviously the Deftones comparisons are there. I'm not gonna sit here in front like I don't like Deftones. I have the White Pony logo tattooed on my face. But
How did I miss that?
It's on the sideburn. Yeah.
It's no, it's on this side. It's red. You know, like
Okay.
It's a red tattoo. I'm in red lighting.
All right. Well, I love you for that because White Pony is just my Bible.
Yeah, it's great. So I don't know. Like that does exist. I mean, yeah, I started the band with the intention, like, oh, I'm gonna rip off Deftones. You know.
It really doesn't sound like them. It's just their vibe.
But like
you're doing it right. You're doing it right.
5 minutes into that, I went, okay, I don't want to rip off Deftones anymore. You know, because the
You
way
really can't.
the way they like write songs like only works for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like straight up, honestly, if I went to go play a riff like that Steph would write, and then look at myself in the mirror and go, "Is that a good riff?" Like I probably wouldn't like it, but contextually in that band, it just fucking works. It makes no sense. It shouldn't work, but it does. I mean, that's
Nobody in their right mind would sing like Chino, except Chino.
The thing,
or the dude from Loathe.
the second you hear
Shut up
with like air on their voice, it's that's fucking Deftones. Like everyone, dude, that's crazy. Like you know how many fucking people sing emotional rock songs and like hit a little like air in there, like you know. So
yeah, I don't think musically or vocally you sound at all like them. It's just that vibe, that weird,
it's the vibe.
weird.
Yeah, no,
vibe
I was more with the guitars, like the guitar riffs.
Yeah,
and stuff, I know, and like the low tuning, but still having like the like melodic singing on it. Like that was kind of where I was like, yeah, this is dope to hear. Like using like fucking like a super low tuning, and he's still like singing dope, like some poppy shit on it. Like
opening an album up with a dun 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 dun. Like it immediately right out of the gate has that feel, you know, like
you said, riff god.
Riff god.
One of my favorite bands of all time. So I mean, yeah, I could talk Deftones all day, but
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just trying to create like a moment, like whether that is to like any type of listener. Like we definitely have a thing where we try to write songs with intention. What is the fucking purpose of the song? I don't just sit, like we're not just sitting down and going, all right, here's a fucking part. Like I'll tell you right now, the last track on the EP, which was
Empty Me Out.
Yeah, it's only added to the reissue. That song was written for the sole purpose of having a good live opening song. When the first 6 existed, I went, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck are we going to open with? Like, imagine opening with Show Me the Real You. Like, Hey guys, all right.
Great song, not an opener.
Yeah, no, and we
Empty Me Out has that hard opening.
Yeah, it's for sure. It's just like, oh shit, like we're in this, you know?
It's about to be groovy. It's like it's not too heavy, it's not too melodic.
Yeah, for sure. So it's definitely like a good like fast pace like way to start something. That was the intention of that one, you know. On the latter material that we're working on now or have worked on, it's definitely every single song was like, all right, what's the fucking purpose of this? What's the purpose of this part? Like, what the fuck does this line mean? Like, why is this being said? You know. So
with that approach, you're not ending up with any filler songs on your album, is what you're saying.
All killer, no filler.
Yeah. Shouts to Sum 41 on that one.
Yeah.
That's really cool to hear because Empty Me Out is my favorite song off the EP. And I just listening to it, I could kind of like maybe assume they all had this material already entering the label deal or whatever. But Empty Me Out sounded kind of new and you just confirmed it. I'm glad I guessed that right. That makes me feel like I knew something there. This might be difficult to answer, and it's definitely the worst question on an interview, but where do you see this band progressing? You know what the next sounds and music's going to sound like. Where do you see you guys next year, 2 years, 3 years?
So I'll answer this like as simple as I can, and I hope this doesn't come off as like too cocky or confident.
We like cocky.
There is no ceiling on our band.
No ceilings.
Straight up. Shout out Wheezy.
Wheezy.
There's no plateau. You know what I'm saying? Like there isn't. All right. Well, they did this. Like, dude, we're not gonna turn down any type of opportunity that's good and progresses it as a band, and we're not gonna say no because it's like not cool if it has the opportunity to take us another step, like whatever that may be or may look like. You know, not speaking ahead of myself, but there's no fucking. Again, no ceiling at the top, like where we stop and go, all right, we can get. Like I refuse to. If there is, we'll break through it. We'll find a way. We'll fucking write different. You know, we'll just write whatever we can. I really can't wait for people to hear the new shit because it's just, it's wild, man. And again, it's like a new band every single fucking song. So I'll tell you what, it makes it really hard to fucking sing those songs and in that order. I'm like, who am I today? All right, cool.
So if I was to see you guys in concert tomorrow, I could pretty much assume the whole set list is Show Me the Real You.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's all
it'll be
by the rest of the year, honestly.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
Me either.
I've gotten to play the songs, pandemic, fucking, life. And so we're actually playing that whole EP for the first time next Friday.
Hell
nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I was gonna ask you, how many shows do you have lined up, or do you have any tours that you're gonna close the year out with, or what's that look like for you?
I can't talk about the touring aspect really.
Ooh, so you know it's gonna be something good.
It's cool, yeah. I mean, what tour? I'm just kidding. Fucking.
We're gonna totally make it up.
Yeah, so it's Metallica,
Deftones.
I was gonna say you're opening for Limp Bizkit, but whatever.
It's Coldplay and Oasis. So
nice.
Fuck!
Nice.
I love Oasis, but I hate Coldplay.
That's the thing. But in order to see Oasis, you have to watch Coldplay. Part of
man.
And in order to see you got to watch both of them. So it's a fucking double
make
banger.
me sit through Coldplay. As soon as he plays Yellow, my ears are gonna bleed.
We're headlining, so
damn, that was one of the better ones.
Rightfully so. You're headlining with a 30-minute set.
Yeah, Yellow's like old school. That's like
Fuck
the good
Yellow.
Coldplay. That's like the good Coldplay.
We're playing our 7-song EP above Metallica. So they play a 2-hour set, and then we play Show Me the Real You.
They only get one day on the festival. You get the Saturday and Sunday double headliner because
Black Album my ass.
Yo, I cannot wait to see them twice in a row in the same weekend. So it's gonna be so dope.
And Lars keeps begging you for that guest feature.
That's right. That's the Rebel Rock Fest, right?
Rockville. It's in Daytona, actually. Which
Rockville.
So
nice.
God damn.
They yeah.
How many Saint Anger songs are they playing? One?
Oh
maybe
my
Saint
God.
Anger. Maybe Saint Anger, and that's it. Huh?
All of them.
Bro, hey,
You
is that
just
album
made me
slap or
angry.
is that
Saint
album
Anger
slap?
tour in 2021.
That's why we're headlining. Because they're like, oh, who's
We're only doing Saint Anger.
They brought in Lars's specific snare from Saint Anger.
It's the worst fucking snare of all time.
Oh God, it's
so
unforgivable.
bad.
It's
Hey.
dope.
I love that album. I love that album, bro.
What did you say
can
earlier about
listen to
throwing spaghetti at a fridge and seeing what sticks? Yeah, we say throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. That's definitely what they did with that snare.
Nah, dude, you're crazy. It sounds dope.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Did
Yeah.
you ever own a Moodring?
Yeah, of course. I'm fucking 28. So,
Did you buy it from a mall kiosk?
Nah, probably like a shitty store close to the beach because of where I grew up.
Okay, because I totally bought one at Claire's and a mall kiosk at the Arden Fair Mall in Sacramento.
We own. I have a few actually. I'm trying to get mine like laser engraved.
Dude, okay, so here's the thing. 90s nostalgia is in, and mood rings are pretty much all but forgotten about. You could totally bring it back, and people would be like, oh my god, this is the most amazing technology I've ever seen. I mean, it only goes from, like, yellow to purple, but fuck it knows my mood.
Shit, it says I have borderline personality disorder. Fuck.
Yo, that's like every chick I've ever
Revolutionary
dated.
technology.
Yeah, hey, that's how everybody was diagnosed with fucking bipolar disorder when we were in high school. It's just like, yeah, I had it. Well, how do you know you had it? Well, my mood ring was all over the place. So
I mean, I'd rather her be diagnosed with that than fucking all of 18 Visions.
This is raw.
Yeah,
so
they hit it raw, bro.
Shit.
Raw.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hitting a raw. Oh, okay, I get it now.
No, don't be sorry. She's
No,
not.
don't be sorry. She deserved it, bro.
Every
be
inch.
endorsed
Every inch.
by any product on Earth, whether it's logical or not. What product would you want you or your band to be endorsed by?
Oh fuck.
I asked Sky Eats Airplane this about like 13 years ago, and they said meth.
Real quick, to make you think about this, Rob Gronkowski recently said that he only lives off of his endorsement money, and his football money will come after he retires. So he's making a shit ton of money from like Doritos, fucking whatever other. What else is he doing? Like insurance.
Rob Gronkowski's last two remaining
fucking-
brain cells are Cool Ranch Doritos. Do you really want to base your life off that man's decisions?
I mean,
That's funny you said that because last night when I was just scrolling, I saw like a Hims ad, like for fucking,
Yeah.
hair.
hair and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was him, and I was like, bro, you got a full ass head of hair. Like, what the fuck are you? All right, get your bread.
Shout out Western PA, baby.
Get your bread. Like, I'm not a hater, dude. So
When you advertise Hims, though, that means you're bald. If you advertise,
Or you have ED.
what is it, Manscaped? That means you just got a bush down there, bro.
I got both. Let's go. Dude, I don't.
You do have a beautiful head of hair. I will say that.
Yo,
Your hair
yeah,
is
shouts to
fucking
your
on
hair,
point.
bro.
Yeah.
It's a wig.
Oh, damn.
No,
That's a wig.
Oh my god.
it looks like a wig.
It looks like a wig, bro. No lie, and you look like you fucking love Billy Ray Cyrus.
I do.
What'd I tell you about insulting the guest, Brian? God damn it, I got a
An
doctor
insult?
pay.
That's not an insult.
Daytona Beach, Florida. Like, I don't know how many times to get it. Someone asked. I think I had some interview I did a couple weeks ago. Who is someone, from out of country, overseas somewhere, and they're like, "Well, why the mullet?" And I was like, "You wouldn't fucking get it."
Dude, I can't lie. I miss mine every day.
Full on mullet, though, is it?
Bruh,
Nah, it's like
it is so fucking long. Like, it is.
it's almost like mohawk mullet-y type shit. Like I almost had I used to have that like same cut like a few years ago, and low key I miss it. Like
It's a fullet.
it was dope.
It's a fullet. It's a like a full mullet.
It's a fullet.
Fullet. God.
I want to shave my head so bad.
Don't do it. I did it. You'll
But
fucking
you
regret it.
you
Like
don't
don't
want
do
people
it.
to think you're a racist.
My hair was down to here, and I shaved it, and I tattooed my head, so it's all good.
That works too.
Do you have a Dinobot on your hand? It looks like a Dinobot on your left hand.
It's a Triceratops, but yeah,
Oh, I was gonna say it looked like the fucking robotic Triceratops.
that's still tight.
All right, important question time. What is your favorite Florida theme park?
Universal.
Just Universal, not Islands of Adventure or the other shit? All of it?
I had season passes, so I just go to both. Or not season. I go all the time, and I
All
have
right, I'm super jelly.
I get fast passes too. I could take 4 people. So if you're ever down, let me know.
Yo, I'm about to go kick my
Hey.
Moodring, bro.
Yeah, we're going a lot. It's too fucking hot right now. Like it's way too hot to go. Like
Dude, an hour into hanging out with me, you'll want me to go home. You'd be like, dude, I wrote it. I already know the lyrics. Shut up.
Oh my god. Nah.
You're making him rethink that already.
Yeah, you can't come anymore, Matt.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll still be there, but not in that group.
I got banned from Universal for a year, so I'm really glad I can go back.
What did you do? You can't hump the dinosaurs, bro.
Yo, I love dinosaurs.
Like too much.
He would never.
I got a raptor clutch.
What the hell, dude?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
This man's on some like
The
Dr.
opening-
Grant shit.
I was gonna say the opening to their new fucking album is gonna be them covering the fucking Jurassic theme, the Jurassic Park theme.
That'd be
There
hard.
was a demo with it. The lead was that theme, and we just buried it in the fucking mix. And I was on some like subliminal, like this is gonna be the biggest song in the world because it's like messaging, and then it didn't make anything though. So
Wait, it's in a song you guys have out right now or no?
nah, it was in a demo that didn't make the record.
Oh, please bring it back, bro. Find that spot and bring it back.
Some Dr. Grant shit. Daniel says listen to nothing. Nick says also Alcest. Is that like incest?
No, Alcest is a dope band though.
Oh, hopefully I like it just as much. Super stoked for the new tunes, Jordan Tupper.
That's dope.
All right, so I actually am a fan of Florida. So what would you say is the best thing about Florida, and what's the worst thing about Florida besides DeSantis?
Yeah, well, you nailed it.
It's not all the geriatrics.
Guy is fucking unreal. What is the best thing about Florida? I don't know. It's fucking insane, but it's also the worst part about it, you know? Like
it has like great weather and great beaches, but you also get like random ex-military dudes who do meth and kill people.
What part of Florida has great weather? Because I'd love to fucking go there.
I mean, have you been to the Northeast in January?
Love it.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
I like the cold. It's fucking hot, dude. It was 95 fucking degrees today. What the heat index was in the hundreds.
It was 102 here, but you know who's keeping.
Well, me and Matt currently live in like the Central Texas, Austin area, and I'm from Palm Springs, Southern California, and he lived there for a good amount of time, and it's triple digits for 2 months straight. So we're really used to like 110.
With our heat index, it's just as bad, but it's more humid, so you can't fucking breathe.
But you got the coast. Like you're 30 minutes away from the beach anywhere you go, and you're like 12 minutes away from meth anywhere you go.
I don't like the beach.
You love meth though, so.
But you love the meth.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like it's just the craziest place. I don't know. It's Australia, but the South.
So there was this
always entertaining.
I went to Fort Myers one time, and this is my everlasting memory of Florida. This sums up Florida for me in a great way. I was in Fort Myers one time, and there was this bar that advertised picklebacks with Nickelback. And what it was is you went up and you bought a pickleback shot, which is a shot of whiskey followed by a shot of fucking pickle juice, while they played a Nickelback song on jukebox. That's what you got for like this $7 concoction or whatever.
Yo,
and it was a fucking dive bar.
That being in Fort Myers is not surprising at all.
Yep. In Fort Myers we had to pay to get on the island. You had to fucking be all fancy, and yeah, it was fucking intense.
Daytona would be like,
yo, I live in Fort Myers.
What's up, bro? Pickleback with Nickelback, son. Let's go.
Yo, Daytona would be like Skinner with Gizzard. So, and Gizzard.
I smoked some of the worst weed of my life in Daytona. Shouts to Daytona.
I know who sold it to you. So
I also went on the quickest blind date of my life in Daytona. Shouts to what's her face.
Oh, okay.
This question might be impossible to answer.
Probably.
What would your travel ad be? Like, would you urge people to visit Florida, or would you urge them to stay away? And like, what would your slogan be? Like, come for the Disney, stay for the meth? Like, are we making too many meth jokes? There's other drugs.
I was about to say, what's up with meth? Like,
my bad.
Florida. No, it's Florida. It's a very.
Are you like subliminally trying to tell us something?
No, it's a Florida thing.
I like that.
It's like it coincides with Florida almost all the time. You know. You almost can't talk about the
Walking.
Patriots without talking about Brady. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's not even on the team anymore, you kind of have to bring him up in the Patriot conversation. You kind of have to bring Meth up in the Florida conversation.
Okay.
I just want people to stay the fuck out. It's full.
Especially now, bro. You're getting a lot of Californians, a lot of Texans.
It's getting so expensive. It's insane. Like, you live in the South because it's like you can't.
Right? I didn't come here for like the fucking great education. All right, there's a reason that like the schools suck and there's a ton of hospitals. It's because everyone's got heart disease and congestive heart failure from all the fried fat back.
Dude, when I was 15, so yeah, I totally agree.
What did you say when you were 15?
I dropped out. Straight up.
Yeah.
I went to school. I was doing well. I was supposed to be going into my sophomore year, like, scholarships and shit, and I was in all AP and honor classes. Like, I wasn't stupid. And then I was just sitting there one day, like, yo, why am I here? Like, what is the point of this? What I can't apply any of this. But also, I was, 15, 16, and I wanted to smoke weed and play breakdowns. So.
Right,
Yeah.
that's all. I'm 34, and that's all I want to do still is smoke weed and play breakdowns.
I did that for a very long time, and I'm still playing breakdowns, just less weed. So,
well, hopefully they'll legalize it soon. What would you say?
It's not a big deal down here at all. I can walk into a gas station and buy it at this point.
Oh yeah, so could we. I mean, every deathcore dude in Florida's got some weed for us. Where would you say is the best place to eat in Florida, whether it's Orlando or wherever?
All right. New Smyrna Beach. Shout out. Tayton O'Brien's. It is an Irish bar with the best wings I've ever had in my fucking life.
Irish pub with great wings.
Bro.
What's it called? Tayton O'Brien's?
Yes. Shit is unfucking real good. I wish I lived.
Damn, son. 535 Google reviews, 4.4 stars.
Shit hits.
Is this a joke I don't get? I wonder what it feels like for Hunter to be a god.
He called himself Riff. He said it was Riff God.
Oh, Riff God.
I said I was Riff Guy.
Oh, I thought you said Riff God.
I heard Riff God. Yeah, I heard Riff God.
I mean, shit.
You were actually on track to being our most low key cocky guest because I thought you were calling yourself a Riff God.
Nah,
that was accidental. Hey, I'd say fuck it, run with it, Riff God.
I'm buying it, bro. I'm buying every piece of it. That's how good the band is. I was like, yeah, you are.
Anyone who knows me knows I'm the least fucking cocky person. Like, I literally hate myself so much. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey,
artist life on the record says
artist
not
life.
Good enough.
Real quick though, hold on. You can't have this at your Tayton O'Brien's review board. March 12th, 2021, off-duty Dayton Beach police officer accused of stabbing a man at tavern, and it just so happens to be Tayton O'Brien.
That's what's up. You know it's good if they're getting stabbed.
He was so far from Daytona, not Dayton. Okay, yeah. I'm about to say that's Ohio, dog. Daytona that's 30 minutes away.
Dayton and Daytona are way different.
What about Dayton? Who said anything about Dayton?
You said Dayton.
No, I said Tayton O'Brien's. He was stabbed outside of a Tayton O'Brien's.
Off-duty cop from where, though?
I don't know, but he was stabbed outside of Tayton O'Brien.
It was a cop that got stabbed? Brian, you know we don't give a shit about no cops getting stabbed.
I'm just saying you can't have that be on your Google review, all right? It's on the Google review. You can't.
It was a news
story.
I'm pulling up. If that shit's happening, the wings are fire.
They weren't like, yo, we got these fire wings. By the way, there's a cop outside. Go stab him. Like, that was just wrong place, wrong time type of deal.
If they told me the cop got stabbed, I wish I was there every night a cop got stabbed. I'd order more wings. Too much?
You just gotta keep getting wings by the dozen.
What it was is
fucking keep them coming.
You want me to order wings by the 12?
Yeah, bro. What else you order them by the 6? The 6?
Fuck 12. Fuck 12. Fuck 12.
Oh, it's a cop
you get 13 wings when you get wings.
Baker's dozen because bakers can't count. It's a known fact.
It's a dope one. What is it? Pure Evil 44 said, "Not a joke. Hunter is my favorite musician."
That's dope.
Hey. That's
dope.
awesome. That's super dope,
dude. That's super flattering, but there's like so many good musicians in the world. I couldn't like even think of who my favorite musician is.
Right? Do they know Jewel still exists?
Bro,
Jewel?
Jewel could get it.
Jewel.
Really fucking good, Jewel?
Yeah, he did say Jewel, and she can get it.
What's wrong with Jewel?
Her and her snaggle tooth and all. She could definitely get it.
Oh my god! I don't.
What
think
did they
you
call
can
it?
say
She
that.
was on that roast on Comedy Central, and somebody called her Trailer Swift. I was like, yo,
That's fucking crazy.
brutal, absolute kill shot. She's just over there like,
That is comedy. Trailer Swift.
I cried a little.
Oh man.
Yo.
Oh man.
Oh god. I have used up all my good and bad questions. Do you guys have anything more for our guest?
Yeah, I feel like you're a well-traveled man, Hunter. This is a question we ask a lot of our guests, and I feel like you've got some good answers here. So you have a choice, sir. You have a choice. You've got 5 fingers on your hands, right?
Yep.
You get to you now harness a superpower, sir. Each finger dispenses 1 condiment. Which 5 condiments are your fingers dispensing?
Only
Sauce.
What is that?
Only hot sauce.
Only hot sauce.
But they go from like
I need the 5. I need the 5 hot sauces. We'll rate them. We'll do
One
the rating.
finger dispenses Tums.
yo, this is straight up the hottest shit I've ever eaten in my entire life.
What is it?
This is Hellfire hot sauce doomed. It is 6.66 Scoville units.
Ooh, that's
It's
nice.
got
How
a
they did
skull
that.
on the front. That's not appetizing.
Yeah,
Hey,
it doesn't
That's
taste
not. I like when fucking people do that 666 bullshit. I got a bottle of Marilyn Manson's absinthe, and the liquor content is 66.6%. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what it says.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, well this
All
shit is fucking hot. So
Which condiments though? Which hot sauces we getting? Let's hear it.
it'd be this one.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, sir.
Mm.
I know you're thinking of some wing sauces now. I know you're thinking of maybe some cane sauce.
You a
maybe.
fool if
Maybe
one of
you're
those doesn't dispense Imodium AD or some milk or something.
he needs some milk.
maybe some spicy ketchup from a Whataburger.
Mm.
Sriracha.
My baby one's gonna be
Gotcha.
Zaxby's. Like
Zaxby's. All right. Zaxby sauce.
Zax sauce.
Shouts to Zaxby's and the fact that those Nazis charge for barbecue sauce.
Cane sauce is better.
My second one's gonna be the ghost zombie from Tate and O'Brien's.
Okay, the ghost zombie from Tate and O'Brien's. Hey,
Yo,
we're
they
eating
better
at Tate
pay
and
for
O'Brien's one day.
advertising.
The very first ever I Hate the Scene luncheon is going to be at Tate and O'Brien's in Florida, no doubt.
I'll be there.
Perfect. Yeah, you will. You will. You're on the guest.
And then we'll go to Universal.
Yeah, let's go. Prepare to spend $300 in alcohol to knock it.
It's a knock it drunk. Yeah, it's only going to be 4 beers, actually.
Well, first we're going to hit Fort Myers and do a couple picklebacks with Nickelback, and then we're going to rage.
Actually, I'm going to drink a bunch of Orlando tap water and get fucked up.
And if you go on a roller coaster while you're drunk, you usually come off more sober.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah, that's accurate. That's very accurate. Yeah, or you puke. One of the two.
Never done that.
Let's do the. Let's.
I was
what other
really
sauces we
disappointed
got?
when I went to Busch Gardens. Gavin Rossdale wasn't there at all.
Okay, we've got Zaxby sauce. We have
We got
Ghost Zombie from Tate and O'Brien's.
2 more?
What?
I need 2 more, right?
Yeah, you have 5 fingers, right? Or did you have a
No.
lawnmower accident?
I said Doom. That's my first. So that's.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, 2 more.
Who can't count now? Damn.
Hey,
We're done.
That wasn't a prerequisite to be on the show.
it's not.
Hunter is in like 20 bands, and they're all good.
So many good sauces. I am in way too many bands. Way too many. Let's just go with the bomb because it's not as hot as this, but it's still really hot. It tastes like shit, but I'm not out here looking to taste good.
Tastes like shit.
It does. Like, you want me to lie? So,
No.
and then I don't know, like that new one Dustin Poirier just put out was pretty tight too.
Oh, you had
That's
it?
fucking crazy. I was gonna ask you if you like that. I was gonna be like, do you like the Dustin Poirier one? Because you were talking about fighting earlier.
Not the first one, but there's another like newer one. So it's
Yeah.
it's like hotter Louisiana hot sauce. I'm pretty sure that they put that in a vat and we're like, how do we rebrand this? So like, it's okay, you know, it's a starter sauce. So
Nice.
your average person would be like spicy. So
Man,
You
I feel
You got to
bad
get
for
on
your butthole.
the
Feel bad
hot
for your
wings
butthole.
show where you sit there and eat wings and get interviewed.
If
I'm all
anyone
about that
wants to
shit.
check out more of that Deftones Loathy kind of wave, oh, this dude just advertised his band on the shit.
Boot him, bro. Get out of here, Mark Martinez. How dare you? How dare you use us, our
looking for that
platform,
collab, bro.
our platform for advertising?
Collab?
Maybe he wants to be the next unified Aussie metalcore band.
that's us.
That's us. You said you weren't metalcore.
Or I killed the prom queen.
Aussie
Oh,
core.
fuck. You're Australian bleeding through.
Damn, y'all made him feel bad. Damn, wasn't trying to get highlighted.
Hey, bro. Oh, I mean, you only popped it up on a chat that we have for.
Hey, I highlight everything, so I'm going to put everybody on blast.
No, we're not the murder now.
We hit him with the condiment question. I mean, is there anything else we got for him?
I mean,
It's something hard. That's what I think.
Lie to me and tell me new music's coming out, and then tease us like Donda all fucking week.
What do you think about Donda?
we talked about it
it's okay.
last week. It's an
Yeah,
experience.
you're gonna have to watch our podcast from last week. Actually,
Yeah, it's a journey.
Oh,
my
it's
God.
Cool. Like it's not an album full of bangers, but it's cool.
It is.
that's a good way to put it. You're not gonna say, "Oh, this is a banger." It's an
It's their
experience.
wall. Yeah, it's the Pink Floyd. It's their, you listen to the Wall for the experience of the Wall, right? That's kind of what this is. I'm gonna pop in Donda. I'm gonna fucking play it in the background, whatever, experience it. It's just
If
out
you
there.
remove more than half the songs, you could make like a little banger mixtape.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely weird. I think West Side Gun had the better release. Like you said, you listen to hip hop, so I want to know like what rappers you listen to.
Just depends. I love like what most people what people consider like bad rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I like pop rap. I love trap music. Like my favorite like rap group of all time is 3 6 Mafia. Like I fucking love 3 6.
Hey.
Like more than anything. Like if we're partying, it's to 3 6 Mafia, and then like if we're smoking, it's to Bone Thugs. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Best
and
3-6 album.
I can't.
There's only one correct answer.
I like all of it so much. I can't.
When the Smoke Clears.
I mean, yeah, it's dope. I mean, my favorite, I also like rap. I love Outkast. You know. So,
Oh hell yeah!
Like 3K is the shit. But also
Total legend.
But also like I'll listen to pretty much anything that comes out. I'm gonna check out, and it may or may not stick. Like, dude, I fucking love Young Thug. So
Young Thug's dope. I mean, when he's not in a dress.
What about you listen to Evidence?
I don't know about that. He can stay in a dress. I don't give a fuck. Like it's not affecting me at all.
Yeah. It was a weird album cover for a debut. That's all I'm saying. Da Bomb is battery acid.
Yeah, it hits though. It does its job.
It does its job.
It's supposed to.
So if I want to stalk you on social media, where would I find you? Where would I find Moodring? How do I go about buying Moodring? Are you printing vinyl? What's going on?
All right. My social media is at Hunty Young, HUNTI Young. I think it's for most things. Moodring, all of our social medias across the board are at Moodring Rock. And are we printing vinyl? I don't know. You should ask UNFD. I really don't know.
I'm going to start blasting Unified Central with that request.
They're going to be like, oh, I fucking hate Hunter. I'm just kidding.
Because I'm thinking they might make a splatter vinyl with the same color as the Show Me the Real You cover, and that would be like kind of a pinkish color, so I'm with it.
That'd be super cool. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I want to own that piece of music on vinyl. Like I have all my other bands' vinyl behind me. It'd be super dope to have like a big disc of it. But yeah, I don't know. No plans for it right now, but hopefully in the future. Like maybe when there's more demand for it,
Maybe if we ask them nicely.
you're definitely better off doing that. So, and yeah, I don't know. That's about it. We play the release show for the record next Friday in Orlando. So
Ask him what his favorite Gundam is. Are you a Gundam fan?
oh yeah, Death Sights all day.
Okay, alright. Wow. Man, if I knew that, we could have took this a different direction. Is that the only anime you watch?
No, not at all. I watch hella anime.
Oh, okay, you big anime nerd?
Yeah, I'm fucking weeb. Yo, hold up real quick. So,
I'm a fucking weeb.
oh, that's like Gundams. Joel from Holy Mountain runs this company called True Gunpla, and he does like their toy store. And he just sent me so much fucking Gundam.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of that site.
a bunch of like death metal ones too. Like all
Yo!
Awesome.
super fucking stoked. I mean, he sent me so many, and it's awesome. Like I'm really fucking stoked.
Is that a death site?
Dude, I haven't even got to look at them all. I think it was a Zaku, but oh yeah, Death Sight right here. So
That's hard.
yeah, super dope. I'm really fucking pumped on that. But yeah, I my girlfriend and I both watch a lot of anime. It's dope. She's never
Anime, does it ever work its way into your lyrics?
Empty Me Out is about Gluttony from Full Metal Alchemist. If that like that.
Yeah. All right. That's
Full Metal
legit.
Alchemist is the most depressing anime I've ever seen.
Love it. Dude, I am the most depressing human being in the entire world, so it works so well. Like that feeling of like dread and misery is like something I aim to like try to put into Moodring. So like it's not a happy band. Like we're not out here writing love songs. So
Hey, you got to channel it somewhere.
Will the exclusive show merch extras go up online?
only if we don't sell out. So yes, they'll be up online.
Boom.
Very nice.
Yeah, I don't know. She's never seen Dragon Ball Z in its entirety.
That's a good one.
She dove into like a lot of like deeper stuff, like not shonen shit, So so right now we're like balls deep in the Cell Saga, and she's like, "This is so fucking sick," and I'm like, "Yeah, isn't it?" So
I fucking hate Cell. I like the Frieza saga, but they drag on. It's like, you haven't even seen my final form yet. 20 episodes later. You haven't even seen my final form yet. 40 episodes later. This is my final form.
The coolest thing about Cell Saga is seeing Gohan actually be tight, though, and Trunks is cool for like half of it, so that's cool. Yeah, that's it. So
Good times.
yeah, for sure.
I like Z. I did not like GT.
Who did?
I don't know, some weebs.
It's not good.
People that like Majin Buu a lot.
Yeah. Whatever.
Brian has no idea what we're saying.
I'm sorry, dude. I went down a rabbit hole right now. I apologize.
So before I get out of here, are there any fight cards you're stoked about? What are you like, UFC?
Oh shit, we can't hijack the podcast like this. But I got you.
So I'm
ready
having
for
a
this?
problem right now because I'm going to Knotfest in Iowa, and it's the same fucking night as the Volkanovski Ortega card.
All right, let's go. Both title fights. Who you got?
Dude, that's the 25th, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
September 25th. Who you got in the main event?
Volkanovski.
Yeah, I probably, unless we're pulled off some like weird crazy.
Dude, my heart wants Volkanovski. I think Ortega's gonna do it. I think Ortega's gonna.
Ortega might.
Here's what I want. Ideal situation out of that. Ortega wins. Holloway comes back, beats him, retires champion.
Yep. Holloway and him in a rematch would be fucking fantastic, and he's calling for it because he says he's better. Ortega says he's a fully different fighter. Says he's better. What about co-main? You got fucking Shevchenko and homegirl Lauren Murphy. Shevchenko.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah, and then Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz. What do we got there?
Diaz, let's go. Like,
That's what's up, son. All day, dog. That's what's up.
day.
209. What?
I'm a huge Diaz brother fan. I think Robbie's gonna take it though. But he did look like he did in his last like 5 fights. So
he did. But I mean, at the same time, you've got. I mean, it's been what 5 years since Nick Diaz has fought. 2016 when he fought, or no, 2014 when he fought Anderson Silva. So that was even longer ago.
Cage Rust is a very real thing. So
yeah. Oh, very real. And then hey, real quick, the only other major card to really talk about is the New York card. You got Covington and Usman. Who you got there?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, and then okay, Usman, co-main, you got Rose and fucking Waylay, fucking rematch.
Go Rose. All
Let's
Rose.
go.
Again, I want Rose to win, but she's not winning this time.
Really?
Did you see her face when she landed that head kick? She literally put her hands in front of her mouth and went, "Oh my god, I can't believe that happened."
I'm the fucking best, bro. She doesn't know. She doesn't understand. She's the fucking best.
I gotta say though,
best.
even on that card, the fight that I'm most excited for is Justin Gaethje and Michael
Yes,
Chandler.
sir. That's what I was.
That is
coming up with
going to be an absolute slugfest.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait. That is the fight I'm looking forward to the most in the entire of anything coming up.
Yeah. Yep.
That
Yep,
dude.
yep.
That and then Sean Strickland is that dude's on a roll right now. Like
Yes.
that dude's crazy.
Him and Luke-
He's telling people he's gonna kill them and stuff.
and
Like
Luke
he's
Rockhold.
wild.
That's gonna be a dude. Someone I'm sad, but it's probably gonna be Luke Rockhold. Someone's getting knocked out real dirty.
Got a glass.
Real dirty.
He's getting knocked out.
Yeah, he does. Hey, the only other fight, in my opinion, that really matters right now: Martin Vettori versus Paulo Acosta.
Costa takes that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Has Hunter played any of the DBZ games?
Yeah. I mean, I did like Budokai.
I was gonna say Budokai was the shit.
Budokai.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Xenoverse. But yeah, I played Z Fighters, Fighter Z, however it's pronounced. That shit was dope. So
My favorite was Dragon Ball Z Bukai.
yeah.
God.
What was that question homegirl asked us the other, what was that? Oh, favorite porn genre on
Yeah, what's your favorite genre on Pornhub?
I was like,
Mar-
fuck.
What did you say?
I like married happy couples who are together.
Married happy couple.
Married happy married
It gets me
married
off
couple
work if I know that they're committed.
married couple whores out, hot wife.
Nah, they
Oh
just
my
them
God.
also. There's nothing bad.
No, he likes nice
You like to know
consensual
infidelity.
sex.
You like to see
Just
their wedding
all-
rings on.
Yeah.
They like to say they love each other.
It's just a close up of the wedding rings, like wedding rings just moving a little.
Oh my
That's what
God.
gets him.
Yeah,
that's what gets
what
fucking
does it
Hunter.
for me.
Hunter sees the fucking wedding ring and he's like, ah.
I really like rings.
Oh my God. Jordan,
Gape-
if I
hey,
wanted
gape
to find you on social media, what?
Gape
Fuck
rings?
it.
Are we gonna be gape rings?
If you want to
Yeah, we're-
find me on social media, don't.
Find these
Don't.
nuts.
Fair
Find
enough.
these nuts.
I
Brian,
have
where can
nothing
they
to
find
talk about
you?
right now.
You know what? No, I don't want to play either. They can't find me anywhere. Get that shit out. Oh, Grinder? Yeah. Hey, real talk though. Someone I bet you has that on Grinder, and they're about to get swooped up real hard.
Oh my God.
But loving Bri Boy. Why
Matt,
is
where can
it
they
Bri
find
Boy?
you?
Why is it Bri
Because I
Boy?
couldn't spell Brian Boitano.
What would Brian Boitano do? You can find me at Brian of Death, Instagram and Twitter, and my podcast, Common Chaos Podcast, on Instagram and Twitter as well at the Common Chaos. New episode out now. Get it.
As well as Grinder.
As well as Grinder, but loving Bri Boy. I also go by Cry Guy. I also go by the 99-cent store, Gerard Way. I also go by
Gerard, not this way.
Gerard Wrong Way.
Oh, man.
Woo!
Make sure you
I love you
follow
guys.
both Twitter accounts at Scene Radio and at Musselwhite Matt. It is very
Hey.
crucial since
Can
the
we
government
please?
suspended one of our Twitter accounts.
Can we fucking thank the heavens that they got rid of that ridiculous Twitter handle and we actually have a decent one, Scene Radio at? Come on, baby. At Scene Radio is about to
All
get
right.
the follows because it's
You
real
can
easy.
find me on Instagram at iHateTheScene. You can also follow me on Twitter. Hey, get ready for this. You ready for this? Follow me on Twitter at Scene Radio. You can also find us every single Friday night chopping it up with sweet-ass bands like Moodring on Facebook.com/iHateTheScene, Twitch.tv/iHateTheScene, and the most important one, because if we don't hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to let my fucking children starve. Every single one of them. I swear to God, they're just going to go hungry and die. You better subscribe now, or you're going to send them to the grave. YouTube.com/C/iHateTheScene. It's the most important one. Follow that shit. Rate, review, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, re-rate, re-review. Get your friends to do it too. We're back next week with Brian. Who's our guest next week?
Do we have a guest next week? I don't think we
Luke
have a guest
Bryan
next
is our guest next week. That's right, Luke Bryan. Yeah, we're going to be talking country.
Also, you should have said lukewarm Brian.
Lukewarm Brian.
Lukewarm Brian is our next. Because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be real.
Condoleezza Rice interview.
Condoleezza Rice sounds like a Mexican dish.
Oh my god! You know what? It's going to be yeah, Condoleezza Rice. Fuck it. We'll just go with that for every episode. Any last words?
No.
Go stream.
The marks on my body are dripping wet.
Oh,
listen to Moodring,
get
motherfucker.
it. Let's get it. Yeah, listen to some. I unmuted my mic. Listen to Moodring.
Future shit.
I knew.
You're not the boss of me.